Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Sue here, Serenity Esoteric Empress, y'all. Thanks for joining. And today, like I said, I knew I would be back. I was not done. I had so much to talk about today, and I was just so focused on the subject of wealth and wealth management today that I still think I should do another video because there's so much I want to talk about right now on the Sunday. We've got nothing else to do, y'all. It is like bone quiet. I can hear the crickets. No, I can't even hear crickets outside. It is that quiet, okay? When you see, now Sunday, it is Sunday, but normally Sunday is, kind of calm and tranquil, but today, well, for the past 2 days, it's been like, and so I feel like it's time for us to connect. It's time for us to actually sit down and have a decent conversation, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking right now, I've just finished reading in the newspaper. This was a paper from Friday, of course. I'm gonna sit down and wait for a little bit for some more of you to join. But there, at least the video is gonna play back so I can still talk, right? Because I just can't sit here forever and just wait. But today's topic is going to be ways that we can keep our relationship lit. All right? So, the reason I'm doing this topic today is because I've just read in the newspaper a plethora of local attorneys where I live are reporting an increase in divorce rates right now during this pandemonium that we're going through. All of this lock-ins and lockdown and curfew and shutdowns of businesses, loss of jobs, all of this stuff is sending people mad. And so it's putting a very serious strain and toll on people's romantic lives. All right? And we can understand why, because the financial burden, of course, for most people is just crazy. It's unimaginable the things people are coping with right now, relationship wise. People have got kids. People are just normally right now, people, like I said, relationships are hard. It takes a consistent effort to keep a relationship going. But in this kind of time, it's even worse right now for a lot of people. And then when you have the strain of the children being home, healthcare being at its worst, I guess, of all times, it's hard. So we're going to talk about ways to counteract this. We're going to talk about ways that you can help improve your love life, improve your situation with your partner. And in the beginning, when you meet somebody, it is all fireworks, it is all lovely, it is all so bubbly and overwhelming with joy and passion and like fire for one another. It's like, oh my gosh, like, you feel it in here. Like everything is so exciting and happy, and you just can't wait to see one another. You can't wait to be around each other, to just, all of that romance is just alive. And after a while, sometimes, sadly, a lot of times, that fizzles right down until you're like, at first you're like, oh my gosh, like you can't wait to see them. You're like, oh my gosh, like there they are, like wow, like you can't see anything else, anybody else in the world. And then one day when you realize you don't even know what's happening between there, when you see them, it's like, oh, him again. We don't want that to happen, y'all. For those of you who are in new relationships and whatever, like kudos to you. That's why I've compiled this list right now of things that we can do to keep our relationship sparking, to keep it on fire, to keep, you know, there are people, couples out there who have been together for 20, 30 years plus, and they are still overjoyed to see their partner. When they walk in the room, it's like, wow, like the smile that goes on their face is just like from ear to ear. It's awesome. And so we're going to find ways how we can do that too in our own love life. So hit like, subscribe to the channel when this does play back. Definitely leave your feedback below and let me know just what are your thoughts on this subject. Like what strategies do you take in your relationship, in your love life? How do you maintain the passion and the sizzle? All right. So the first thing on the list, I feel like, is to keeping your love life alive is that element of surprise. Nothing beats the element of surprise, right? You guys, I always have this like something is this one is always unruly. Like for some reason, I don't know why, but that's my little darling. It wants to be noticed, so give it a shout out. Number one is that element of surprise. All right, so normally, you have a routine. Normally, you go in there, you go to the shop, you go to work, you come home, like you plop on the couch after you've taken a shower, you hail each other at the door, hey, like, hey, babe, yeah. And that is it for the night. You just do this routine day after day after day. So, one way that you can keep the spark alive in your relationship is that element of surprise. Switch it up sometimes. Do something that is like totally outside of the norm. Plan something, go on a picnic, do something that is completely different than what you normally do. Now, even if you decide to say, let's just, like, okay, I've bought tickets or gotten us a hotel room for the weekend. Let's go on a weekend getaway. Let's do something different. Go on a little excursion. Do something different that is going to take you completely out of your comfort zone, out of that normal rut that you're in for however long it may have been. So this is going to keep the other person guessing. This is going to keep the other person actually excited. Like they don't know what to expect. They're going to be like, okay, wow, that was exciting. That was interesting. Do that from time to time. That is going to keep the spark alive in your relationship. That's number one. Definitely going to keep things a little harder too because you're going to be so enthused now. You don't know what to expect. Maybe next weekend we're going to be doing this. You're going to start to plan. You're going to start to like try to change up your wardrobe, try to buy new things because you don't know what's going to pop up, right? That's number one. The second thing that you can do to keep your romantic life lit is send like cute flirty like messages and stuff. Send text messages. Everything now is WhatsApp or Messenger or whatever, right? So there's one time ago people used to suggest post-it notes that you just stick inside your hubby's or your boyfriend's briefcase and like they pop it open at work and they're like, oh wow, a note for me. Now you can send the message via WhatsApp. Send just randomly throughout the day. This is whether you are male or female, whatever your relationship is, just remind the person, just stop for the moment and say, something, like, my mind went on you today and I'm like, I can't wait to see you. So just like hurry home or whatever. And this is going to keep them on their tippy toes. Trust me. Okay. Send them messages. Let them know that, hey, I miss you. Like you don't have to say it in those exact words. That is like cheesy for a lot of people. Like I miss you. I miss you. Yeah, I miss you too. That's the only response you're gonna get from that more than likely. So be creative. Say something a little sassy. Like get you know what I mean. Like put a little extra effort into it for goodness sake. That's important. All right. So when you do this, you're going to spark the imagination of the other person. They're going to be like, okay, what does she mean by that? She can't wait to see me. Like I'm wearing, guess what I'm wearing? Guess what I'm not wearing? Guess what, just go out with it. Just, be creative. The third thing on the list that I have here that you can do to keep your relationship on fire is go out on dates like young people. Like don't be all old and crusty. Like go back to the days when you were young and just excited to go out and be around life. Get out in the night, do some nightlife, go out dancing, go out, have a little cocktail and shake a leg. Like go out and be like you were when you first met. Do not get caught up in that rut of like old people where you just go to church and like you go to work and you come home and you pay bills. Like your date is meeting at the line to pay your electricity. Like, no, don't do that. For goodness sake. Go out and plan dates. All right. Now I have a little list that I had started to compile for myself, like, open mic nights, right? That's awesome because you get to see like people outside of your normal element being creative, being their funky selves. Like, you're doing stuff that's going to take you outside of the box. Life is not in a box. Get out of the box. Do this often. You know, of course, within a reasonable time frame. If you have other responsibilities in life, of course, yeah, we know that. Go out though. Schedule random dates. Do things like that together as a couple. This is going to bring happiness, bring a life and a light to your relationship, and get you out of the house. You're going to see other people, for goodness sake. Go out, mingle. And then a part of this also is going to show your partner that you still got it like that. Like other people are still attracted to you. They're going to look at other people looking at you and they're going to be like, wow, like, that's my woman. Like, that's, hey, and they're going to hold you that much closer to them because they now are, I wouldn't say insecure, but they are now seeing that you actually still have it. All right. Number four. Number four. This is kind of like number two, but number four is even deeper. It's actually expressing to the other person your love, your affection, like showing them or telling them just how much they mean to you. Because what I found a lot of times, people hold back on their feelings. They feel like it's just too much. Like the other person should already know I love you. Like, yeah, I say it all the time. I love you. Like, love you too. Like, okay, yeah, we get that. But just why do you love that person? What do they mean to you? Or how show appreciation for the things, the little things that they do, the little things that they may say, or even just their characteristics, their attributes, things that you love about them. Show them that you value them as your partner, like you value this relationship. All right? So you have to verbalize these things sometimes because people are not mind readers. All right? And who knows? This may be the last opportunity you get to do that. And so take advantage of the opportunity. Let them know how much, just how much they mean to you. This is very important, you all, because as females, you want them to do the same thing. And men usually aren't going to do it as much. Men aren't so great at verbalizing their feelings, okay, when it comes to all that mushy stuff, romance and all of that. Some are, some definitely are. And so, as the female, I feel like if you want that given to you, it's very important for you to give that as well. You don't always have to be the first one to do it, but it's very important to say, you know what, thank you, babe, you're so kind, you're so thoughtful, or you make me feel so safe, or whatever it is. Like, just let them know, and trust me, men love this. Men love this, okay? That is showing the femininity, your feminine essence. And this is going to make them actually want to help you even more. They're going to want to be there for you even more because that's what men do. Men want to protect you. Men want to support you and provide for you. So if you're always going to be with this masculine edge, like you don't really need a man, like all of this kind of stuff, I don't have to tell him, he already knows what he's supposed to do. Like, no, sis, you're going about it wrong. Just take a deep breath. Remember the divine goddess that you are, the divine feminine within you, and humble yourself a little bit to your man. This is, in essence, being a little bit submissive, okay? This is what it, and this is to, of course, a masculine energy man that is actually worthy of being submissive to, not just any dude. Okay, this is a guy who's actually showing you that he's there for you, who's showing you that he's got your back, that whatever it takes, whatever you need, he's going to be there for you. And so you don't have to be afraid to express your feelings, just how important he is to you. This goes a long way in keeping your relationship lit. Trust me, okay? The next one up on my list is doing something new together. This is very important as well. Just like with a friendship, as with any relationship, finding new things to do together. This is very important. You can take up a new hobby together. Things that you're equally passionate about. Let's say you watch a movie and you see someone, like, I guess, I don't know, playing tennis or whatever, like going to a yoga class, whatever it is. If it's something that you guys have discussed before, try it out. Give it a shot together. This is going to build your relationship from a whole different standpoint. Like, you're going to now develop this passion for this new activity, whatever it is, this new hobby, whatever it may be. Even if you go out and volunteer at a soup kitchen, trust me, This is going to build a bond that is going to be unbreakable in your relationship. You're learning deeper parts of this partner of yours. You're learning what actually what they care about. That you're learning, you're teaching each other, you're showing each other now, okay, different traits, different strengths, and you're encouraging each other along the way. This is very important, y'all, to keeping the spark alive in your relationship. All right? Because sometimes we get so caught up individually doing our own thing, focusing on our own goals, that we lose sight that there's two people in this relationship and that the two have to harmonize as one. And so, starting to find new ways to work together, this is going to be priceless in keeping that spark alive in your relationship. And it also creates for lasting memories, y'all. This is you're doing something meaningful together. You're actually character building together. That's awesome. The next thing on my list of keeping the spark alive in your romantic life is mm, spending time around other people, other couples, that is. Not just people, other couples. Okay, now when I say spending time around other couples, I'm not just talking about, you know, any couple, because we know people, trust me, I know people, couples who have the most unhealthy relationships. Just spending time is going to drain you of your energy, and next thing you know, when you go home, you're going to be fighting like cats and dogs because their poor energy in their relationship has rubbed off onto yours. That's not what you want. You want to spend time around couples who have a healthy relationship, who have a healthy love, who have great communication, couples who incorporate some of these things that we're talking about right now in their relationship. So spend time around those kinds of couples, all right? Mutual friendships. You're going to go out together, you're going to do things together, and it's going to help you to appreciate the relationship you have, because you're going to look at them and say, wow, you know, it's so amazing to see people in love, right? I just love love. And so when you look at other people in love, it's going to encourage you to work on your relationship, to work on parts of your relationship that you may be falling off on. It's going to help you. Sometimes those other couples are going to actually support you, give you advice, give you tips and suggestions on things that you can be doing to improve your love life with your partner. You see where I'm going with this? This is just, these are important strategies, you all, to keeping your fire alive in your love life. Because we don't have time to be going out jumping from Tom, Dick, and Harry to find the next love and the next love every time we start to get bored within our relationship. So we have to be conscious about the things that we do to keep our spark alive, to keep us excited about seeing the other person. Next up on the list is setting mutual goals. This is another great one. Setting mutual goals as a couple is, I can't express how important this is, y'all. Like, if you are meant to grow as a person, as an individual, that's one thing. But as a couple, you're, like I said, harmonizing as two. You're going to have to grow as a couple as well, and advance and evolve as time goes on. People change. And so you're going to have to find ways to say evolve together as a unit, right? And so strengthening your relationship is going to actually motivate you now to becoming a better person, and becoming a better person in turn leads to you becoming better people as a team, okay, as one. And so mutual bonds, mutual goals, of course, is going to be things like, you know, planning on, let's just say, planning on purchasing a home together, planning on moving in together, planning on, I guess, starting a family, like all of these things, whether it's starting a business, whatever it is, plan mutual goals together. And this is going to help you push one another to become stronger, wiser, better. And it's not by force. There's nothing here is by force. It's just finding a natural way to incorporate these things into your everyday life, into your relationship patterns, you know? So building mutual goals together, this is very important. Let's just say you start a fitness goal. Let's just say two of you want to lose 20 pounds, or the two of you want to start lifting weights or something like that. start small, and increase it as you go. Just to see each other achieve these small goals piece by piece is going to make your relationship even more valuable to each other. And it's very important. A lot of people I see their romance falling off. You know why? Because they don't incorporate any of these things in their relationship. It's just bah humbug. They treat their relationship like a business. All right, and a relationship is somewhat like a business, but at the end of the day, it's not. At the end of the day, it is a person's their emotional state that's most important. And a business definitely is all about the money. It's all about, the finance. It's all about these factors that, like a job. No, it's not a job. It is your love life. It is your heart here, okay? Your heart, your mind, your body, and your soul. Like, this is not a job, all right? But you can actually put little pieces in there like a job. The job is just the effort, meaning the effort, not the work, the effort, okay? Knowing that you actually appreciate this person enough to try to make it work, to do things that are going to make the other person happier and make yourself happy, because it starts with you. You have to be happy first. Happy wife, like they say, happy life, something like that. It's very important, but both people are just as important in a relationship. So, guys, the next one up on this list, I'm almost done here. The next one up is sharing and supporting each other with each other's hopes and dreams. This is, like I said, equally everything on this list is just as important as the next. But sharing your hopes and dreams, this is going to be part of your communication. This is going to let the other person know what's important to you, what matters most in your life, in your heart. All right? So this keeps your relationship, so to speak, with a vision. Like, you know what you're working towards. You're not just in this routine every day, this is just a person that you just buy flowers on Valentine's Day and give gifts to and smooch and say I love you. Like, no. What's important to the other person is important to you as well. And so it's going to help both of you want to be your very best self. It's going to help both of you actually work towards helping the other person, and it can actually help you become your better self in trying, because the universe has a way. The universe has a way, energetically speaking, that things happen in divine timing. So by you telling your partner, let's just say, for instance, your hopes and dreams, like one day let's just say your goal is to become an entrepreneur, or your goal is to start let's just say a home for battered women, or whatever it may be, right? I went way off there, but whatever your goal is, because something may have happened in your childhood that this means a lot to you. Expressing to your partner this is going to help them see where they may be going off or going wrong in your relationship, something that you may not like, that's inherent in your soul, that they do, or that they support, or that they encourage, that works against those things that mean the most to you. And so it's important for you to be able to communicate these things to your partner. It's important for your partner to be able to communicate these things to you, because this is going to help you both now shift your perspective of life and say, you know something? Deep down inside, he doesn't like that. He doesn't like feeling this way or that way, or these things bother him most. I should change the way I say things. I should change the way I do this. Not because he's forcing you to, just simply because now you have a better understanding of who he is on the inside, of the way his mind works, of the things that are totally important to him. All right? This would save a lot of people from splitting up. This would save a lot of people from divorcing and having total havoc in their relationship. Simple communication of expressing your goals, what it is that you want to see yourself be, do, have, okay, and feel moving forward in your life. The next one on the list of keeping your passion alive, keeping the fire lit in your relationship, is asking questions. That's another thing we don't do often enough. Asking important questions, that is. Not just any question, important questions. Questions as to who this person is on the inside. Questions like, okay, let's say for instance, Instead of just asking, what do you want for dinner? Yeah, we ask that question often. Oh, do you think I should make chicken again? Like, go deeper. Go deeper. Sit down. The things that matter to you, think about it and ask these same questions to your partner. Like, okay, how do you feel about this? Or how, when I said that the other night, or when she's told you this, whatever it may be, how did that make you feel? Or like when you were growing up as a child, what was your favorite this? What was your favorite sport? Why was it your favorite? Like, what do you like most about this? What are your thoughts and feelings on that? Whatever it is. This does not mean become like an FBI agent or chief detective, like sitting down in an interrogation room. Like, this is not what it means. I'm just saying, naturally speaking, these things pop up in our mind. We're curious. We're like, oh, well, what did you do on summer breaks when you were growing up? Did you like it? Like things like that. It lets you know a whole heap load about your partner, about what mattered most, what makes them happy, what makes them smile, what they hated about it, or whatever. Because that's the same person. They're just older now. That child is still inside, that inner child. And so asking these questions is going to let you know a whole load about your partner that you can actually use to your advantage, that you can use to improve your love life, improve your romance. And it helps improve communication because you guys can share healthy subjects together. You can talk about things that matter most. This goes a long way. This goes just such a long way. And the next thing on the list, I guess the last thing on the list right now that I have on this list, is when you see each other. Now, remember, I said in the beginning about how, in the beginning, when you first meet your person, when you're in that honeymoon phase of your relationship and you see them and you're like, oh my gosh, like that's them, like, hey, or you smooch them at the door or whatever, that's the way it should remain. Because moving forward now, you don't want to, when the person comes inside, your partner reaches home in the evening, you haven't seen them for like 12, 13 hours. And as soon as they get inside, you're like, hey, like, that's not exciting. That's not letting the other person know you're happy to see them. They're going to feel like, oh my God, like you're sick of them already. And that is not what you want in your relationship. When you see your partner, like whenever, however long it's been since you've seen them last, like you want them to feel welcomed. You want them to feel like you're excited to see them. Like they still like your fire. Like, hey, babe, you want to greet them at the door if possible, with a big kiss, a big hug, or whatever. Sometimes you can get extra creative with this, how you go about doing this, but you want it to stay passionate. You want it to stay like you were when you just met, is what I'm trying to say. So you want them to feel like you're thrilled when they walk in the door to see you. You're thrilled to see them. That's what it's all about. A lot of times when I think back on my past relationships, sometimes people people get so bored and so fed up with one another that when they see them, it's like, oh boy, like you're just anticipating an argument. You're just like waiting for it, or vice versa. The person who's walking into the door, as soon as they walk into the door, they're like, oh, who left these shoes here? Who put this here? Why didn't you do this yet? What you cook? Like, that is not conducive to romance. Okay, the only fire that's coming in from that is gonna be like an argument. Like things are gonna be lit in a whole different way. That's not the lit I'm talking about. I'm talking about lit as in passion, as in joy, as in ecstasy, as in pleasure, good stuff. And so this goes both ways for the person who's on the receiving end, who's home or who may be waiting for their partner to get home, and for the person who's actually arriving at home. You want to be excited to see each other and you want to show that. So you should clean up. You should do things with yourself so that when your partner gets home, they don't still meet you in a flippin' like sweatsuit all full of sweat and grease with like HBO. That doesn't look like you're excited to see anybody. It looks like you don't give a damn whether they come or not. Like this is not what it's all about. When I was growing up, I was taught by my grandma. She didn't have a man at that time anymore for a long time. However, she did teach me that when you see your man coming home, like you want to zhuzh up, you want to have go and take a shower, you want to make sure you're shaved, you want to put on perfume, fix your face, do a little something, something, because you don't want to look like a frumpy hot mess when your man gets home. This is so important, y'all. Let him be excited to see you. When he comes home, you're like, damn, like you going somewhere? Like, no, I was just waiting for you. That's the way you do it. That's the way you're going to actually win. This is what's going to keep him excited to see you. You feel me? Yes. So, you guys, that was 10 things, 10 ways that you can keep your relationship lit. All right, moving forward. Because we we actually have been blessed enough. If you're still in a capacity, there's love for everybody. There's somebody, always has somebody out there who wants them, right? But how long is it gonna last? How are you gonna maintain what you get? You want to maintain, y'all. This is very important for us, especially nowadays, with so much like undesirables out there. When you find a good catch, when you find somebody that lights your fire, that makes you feel like they've got, wow, like, yeah, you got it, you got it. You want to maintain that relationship, all right? I hope this has helped you all. I have been rambling on here for a long time now, and it's nothing like sharing with you guys, my spirit fam. I am so appreciative for you watching right now. I don't have the laptop in here because I wanted to get involved with the comments and stuff like that. But I know what you're going to say, and I will feedback. I will respond to your feedback in the comment section below. So I hope you've hit the thumbs up. I hope you've subscribed to the channel. If you haven't already, just go right there right now and do so. Be sure to hit the notification bell. The notification bell is there for a reason. It's to let you know when I'm back with another great topic, or if I'm live, y'all. There was somebody that I just subscribed to the other day that just hit me up in the comment section below. Like I said, I want to start doing post notification shout outs and all that kind of stuff. The person, I can't remember the name. Hippie3JP. That's my post notification shout out today. I'm going to say, hi, blessed be. Guess what? Love you for watching the channel, for supporting your girl. Just keep on coming back. I hope you've had your notification bell hit so that you know when I'm back with another great topic. And just, we got to stay up out here. We got to stay on alert. We have to stay on guard. We have to stay safe. All right? And I wish you all the best until I come back with another great topic, you guys. Thanks for watching again. I'm going to say peace out, blessed be, and namaste until I come back. Stay safe, y'all. Bye.